Hello, everyone. A very warm welcome to our weekly series where our students showcase their prowess of having their papers published in international journals. So let's see who is here to cross the bridge from being a student to a researcher and then eventually becoming a real world practitioner. So let's see who we have with us for a very wonderful, eventful discussion that we are going to have today. So we have with us Mohamed Thameem Ansari, who is here to explain or talk about his paper published titled Automated Forest Health Monitoring and Optimal Harvest Prediction System for Sustainable Resource Management. And for everyone's information, Thameem is a fresher who has completed his electronics communication engineering in the year 2024. And he has started on or jumped onto the world of data with us. So, hello, Thameem, how are you doing? Sorry, friends. I think there is a technical problem from Thameem's side, and I think it just dropped off. Yes, Thameem, I believe there was a network problem. I hope you
Yes,
can
sir.
hear me. Right.
Yes, sir.
Please take us through this project scope and the architecture of the project?
Um, yeah, sir. Our pipeline is consists of 10 sequential components, like a business and a data understanding. We are convinced with the domain experts and a defined detection and objectives, accuracy targets, and demography scope and available data sources. Ensure clear success and critical development. And APIs is the establish authenticate connection to and
I think we have lost him again. So, friends, I believe there is a network issue from Thameem's side. I'll briefly go or take you through the business problem or they have. So, according to the business problem, they are here for monitoring the forest health and tree growth, which is critical for environmental conservation. And it is what will help to have a sustainable resource management. And if you're able to detect those ecological changes, where if there is where there is someone who's cutting down the trees, or there is some forest fire, these all can be detected through this solution. So traditional monitoring methods are usually time consuming. You have to send out a person, the person has to individually go there, no matter where it is, and have a review of that situation, right? So here we're trying to make sure the solution is less time consuming, less labor intensive, and also would be able to cover a lot geographical space. Okay. So our client over here or a requirement is to have a scalable and automated solution to ensure the tree growth is happening as well as ensure assess the forest health. Now, objective is accurately predicted the optimal harvest time or to ensure that there is no unauthorized cutting that happens. And this all has to be done within the minimal cost. The business success criteria over here would be to ensure that there is a at least 60 to 70% reduction of illegal logging through real-time alerts. And for the machine learning success criteria, we're looking at more than 90% accuracy, segmentation accuracy, and on an economic level to ensure that we have uh, 18 to 20% increase on the income that we can generate from this solution. Let's also take you through very on a very high level, take you through the project architecture, which over here talks about the business and data understanding phase, which is one of the component here. Now, this component is very important because as data scientist or data analyst, it would be very difficult for someone to actually understand what is this domain about, right? So they had to spend a lot of time understanding what is the domain about, and what kind of solution can be provided, and what are the pain points actually. Okay, so once that is understood, and they understand the pain points, then comes the point of data. So for data, they have a lot many satellites which would be giving them access to the satellite images, and they would be having different frequencies when they would come across a particular space. Okay, so for that they had required some API access, and through that they had to collect data. And once the data was collected, it was on them to do the annotation. This annotation is also something which was done after a lot of thorough, deep research about the kind of trees that are there. Okay, and then they annotated it. Okay, once after annotation, there is image processing, and eventually it would be then passed on to the model to get trained on. That's where a model building phase would come under. And there is also this GIS system which helps to locate where these uh, geographical locations are, where these trees are located, and then it was deployed on the AWS cloud space. And you have to also ensure a continuous monitoring and maintenance happens, because there's a chance that because of weather or because of the kind of external factors that we could influence the image, okay, there has to be a continuous monitoring and maintenance that should happen. Now, even before this meeting, I had a quick talk with Thameem, and this is the model output that you'll get, which is in Streamlit. Now, I had a quick discussion with Thameem about what were the challenges that they faced. Okay, in that discussion, they came across this point that was to go to the domain part, where they have to understand a lot of things which they would not be familiar with as a group of researchers or group of people who are doing this project. Now, they figured that they have to do a thorough research. And once the research was done, they have to also try to figure out what is the best way to access the data, and tried out 10, 15 options. Okay. And then gone on with the Sentinel, which is where they got the data from. And in the model building phase, also tried a bunch of models. And eventually, because Master ASEAN was getting or giving us them very good segmentation scores, segmentation accuracy, they ended up using that. And on a personal level, if I have to give a suggestion, okay, students or viewers who are watching us, it's very important that we understand the problem even before jumping into the solution. Okay, if the problem isn't clear, then the solution would be something that we don't have the problem for, right? So now it was very unfortunate that we were not able to have this discussion with Thameem, but because of the prior discussion that I had with him, and I've also been working with the team which he was part of, I knew quite a bit of information about that project, and I was able to share it with you. Now, friends, people who are or participants who are joining us at 360 Digit MG, okay, they're not only getting trained here, okay, they're also getting experienced. Now, once they join in, they do the assignments, they do the training, okay, and for assignments, for training, they have access to real-time practitioners, people who are directly working on projects, attending client meetings, okay, who are doing the hands-on part. They have access to them. And now, when it comes to the training sessions, also, this will be more on a practical level, where they will be sharing their experience about working on projects. Okay, what were the challenges faced and how you can solve it? What was thinking or logic behind going with that mitigation strategy? Now, you all have seen how Tameem's or the previous meetings, also the previous session that we all go with real world projects, right? Real world projects which have different problems. You'll not find these problems anywhere else. Okay, so you all have access to real world AI projects, data analytics projects, data engineering projects, data science projects. Okay, not only that, you also have guidance that you get along the path or along this journey that you're having with us, where we'll help you be cross the bridge from being a student to being a researcher, and then from there you can also easily jump on to being a real world practitioner yourself. Okay, and that's what we at 360 Digit MG are providing. It's a quality time that you can get from us. We'll also be helping out with the placements and the publishing support that you are getting here. And now, for our viewers, you are not enrolled with us, okay, who just want to get an idea or update about what is going on in 360 Digit or AiSPRY. Okay, so we have some free tools that you can access even if you're not enrolled. Anyone can go to 360 Digit MG website and get access to Mind Map, which is a very good reference tool, the ML architecture assistant, which you can use to create a very quick architecture diagram, the resume optimization hub, where you can compare your resume along with the job description, see what is the score like, and the animated learning, something which is a craze with these young learners that we are having. Now, you would be also having this workshop that we have, a 2 days workshop. And if you can connect with our career counselors, you'll be able to figure out what are the timings or what are days that we'll have them. So get a very good idea about the world in general, what is happening in the AI field, what is happening in data analytics field or data science field, as well as there will be a hands-on session on the prompt engineering side as well as Python, which you can all be part of. Now, along with that, we have this wonderful offer going on for certification flagship program in data science, which is 50% off, and it will be available till June 27th. And that's about it, friends. I'll also quickly go through the fact that we have a presence in LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. You can reach out to us in any of these channels. Also on offline, we have our offices at Hyderabad, Bengaluru, and Chennai. You can all contact us at 1-800-212-654-321. Send out a mail to us at enquiry@360digitTMG.com. And you can always visit our website at 360digitTMG.com. Thank you, friends. Happy learning.